Welcome to episode 21 of the Perspective Podcast. My name is Lima Temi, and I'm grateful for every single person that's tapped in. This episode, we're just going to be talking about straight music, lifestyle, fitness, mainly just music to be fair. That's all I've got in my docket. A lot of music and a lot of lifestyle, mentality stuff. Every weekend it's that same mentality, and every weekend we are getting better. And before we go into the episode, I just want to say a massive favor if every single one of you watch this could subscribe, like, comment. It would mean a lot to me. And with that, I am willing to continue to get better, to grow with the podcast and to do more. And just to stay consistent. So all I'd ask for you to please subscribe, follow, stay tuned, because this is bigger than me. This is all of us together. And I'm very grateful for every single person that's tapped in, for every single person that watches the podcast, for every single person that interacts, even sees the clips on TikTok, or even is coming from the clips on TikTok, or just any part of that. It means a lot, and I thank you, because it just shows that, okay, what we're doing is something, we're doing something right. So yeah, stay tuned to the podcast, subscribe, like, comment. That'll make me the happiest man on earth. Jack Boys 2 has to drop. You know what I mean? It has to drop, because it is an album or EP that is highly anticipated right now. It may be the most anticipated project this year that is just spoken about a lot. And the run that Travis has been on since Coachella period and to now, bro, he's been on a phenomenal run, and it just makes perfect sense for Jack Boys 2 to drop. Therefore has to be during summer. And I was on live yesterday and I said that it's gonna have an effect like Astroworld in terms of the way the album dropped during summer. Astroworld, it just had a summer feel to it, and I feel like Jack Boys 2 is gonna have that effect. Yet this project is just gonna be for fun, vibes, nothing too crazy, nothing too ridiculous, because it's not really that type of album, you know. It's just a collective, and I think that's sick in my opinion. I actually think that's fire. I don't think it's gonna drop this week. I have a feeling it's either gonna drop start of June, and it's okay for it to drop then. There's no rush. You know what I mean? I'm not really that. I don't know if it's just me, but when it drops, it will drop, and it's not that type of album that I'm feeling for it. When we get the release drop, it will be fire. I'm willing to hear more Don Toliver, more so Fago. I'm willing to hear what he's saying, because he's dropped new music the other day and it sounded really good. Sheck West, of course. You know what's crazy? He still has not dropped an album since 2018. I don't know what that man is doing, but I don't know, bro. I don't even have any words to describe what he's doing, because I don't know what the man is doing. He dropped one song and then not one song, but, you know, one hit song and then just dipped. Yeah, you never know what someone's going through in their life. Yeah, at the same time. Damn. But yeah, Jack Boys 2, I hope it's more of like a summertime collective album. That would just make me really happy. And they're always going to do something. Well, you know what would be sick? Would be like a Jack Boys tour, or like a Jack Boys collective of shows, like 5 Jack Boys tour, and in different continents. So you have one in America, one in Europe, one in, I don't know, like just different places like that, like Australia. And then like, I think that would be sick in my opinion if you did that in different places, because it would just show like how clear you are. And of course they're already doing Travis is already doing his Circus Maximus tour, and we're going to talk about that later. But yeah, he's doing his Circus Maximus tour. Yeah, it would be good for them to do the Jack Boys in just different places around the world, like in America, some in Europe, some in UK, you know, one in Australia, like different places. I think that would be sick. Yeah, hey, I'm not the man. I should be the manager. You know what I mean? The social media manager. I should be that type of guy. As we're on the roll with Travis, I know you see the vinyl in the background. This vinyl here, yeah. Birds in the Trap. This is my favorite Travis Scott album. And I know this is a very, 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 what's the word? people will not say that this is their favorite Travis album because you have albums like Rodeo or Astroworld, which I understand, or even you could say a lot of people prefer Days Before Rodeo. I understand. Yeah, there's just something about Birds that just there's just something different about this album to me that I just love. This album dropped September 2016, I think, like at the start of September, right? And the meaning of Birds is basically you're being stuck in a trap and you're going through shit and you're just trying to get yourself out there. And regardless if you're going through shit, you still gotta make a masterpiece, which he did. And he said he was going for a really dark period when he made this album, especially with the height of Rodeo. Making this album was like, okay, we've got to do something else, because during the period he was trying to make Astroworld, but he couldn't release it in time because there was a lot of stuff behind the scenes, and you know, they had to get a lot of stuff done, which this really shows that everything happens in God's timing. Like everything happens in the right timing, because if you dropped Astroworld 2016, 17, I don't think the album would have been good the way it is now. That the way pushbacks happen, bro, it's because it's happening in a miraculous way. And this album here, fire. And I'm just gonna talk about a couple songs off the album. Actually, I'm gonna show you what the vinyl looks like. So you got the album cover, the track list with the bird in the background. And if you went to his Bird's Eye View tour, he had this exact bird. And it was like his stage set. I think it was cool. And under Kendrick, he did a tour with Kendrick Lamar, right? And during that period, the bird would be like flying and shit. So it was actually fire. So he's been doing this type of stuff ever since. So yeah. So obviously you got the track list, The Ends, Way Back, Coordinate, Through the Late Night, Beebs in the Trap, SDP Interlude. I don't know why my brain froze for a sec. Sweet Sweet, Outside, Goosebumps, First Take, Pick Up the Phone, Lose, Guidance, and Wonderful. Man, bro, this album, yeah. Honestly, I genuinely do love this album. It's such a good album, bro. And I'ma just talk about. Actually, I still need to show you how the cover looks. Birds in the Trap cover, you know what I mean? I think this is so far. I think more albums should be done like this. And then in the back you have the track list of the certain songs and the artists that were behind it, where the songs were recorded and where they were mixed, and just how they were formed. And I think that's sick. Like, you don't really see that as often, and seeing it on the vinyl really makes you appreciate it, because it shows how much people work on an album, like how much a team is important. You really can't do anything on your own, and you really be creating masterpieces with this, because the way that there's be a lot of people just working on one song. You know, it's crazy. The one that has the shortest amount of people that worked on it is Sweet Sweet or Coordinate, and those are the best songs on the album. So it says a lot. Simplicity is key. I was listening to the song at the gym today as well, and it just hits, bro. Like, you got the intro, The Ends, and I'll say this now, The Ends is my favorite Travis intro, because it just sounds really good. It sounds so good, bro. Like, the whole intro part, and then the beat switch, and then the other beat switch, it's insane. Like, I genuinely don't think people appreciate The Ends or the Birds enough as it should be. And then you got Way Back, and Way Back is a phenomenal song, bro. Like, the beat switches, bro. Like, it's the beat switches. And then you got Coordinate, which is a very underrated song in my opinion. Like, those 808s, as soon as it goes, spend my money fast if I have to. Boom. Like, bro, those 808s go crazy. If you have a good subwoofer, good pair of speakers, or headphones, whatever, bro, Coordinate, it goes crazy. I remember when I used to listen to it a lot, like, during the summertime of 2017, and I just could not stop listening to it. I remember me putting some of my friends onto that song because of how good it is, because it's a generational song, and that's a fact. And then you got Through the Late Night, and I'll say this now, I wasn't really a fan of Kid Cudi's part. Like, I love Travis's verse. That may be one of my favorite Travis verses he's done, because it just makes sense, bro. It really just makes sense. Then Beebs in the Trap, you can't go wrong with that. SDP Interlude, you can't go wrong with that either. everyone says they prefer the extended, but I think that normal version is just as it's. I think the normal version is like it's cool, bro. You don't need the extended version on some songs, but I understand because his verse low key slaps. You know what I mean, like tastes good like soul food, bugged out outside in a homeschool, boom boom. The new me bag with a OU. Like it's cool, like I understand it, but yeah, I think the normal one without the actual part is good. You know what I mean, it's good. And then you got Sweet Sweet, which is my favorite song on the album. Sweet Sweet is such a good song. It really just is perfect. Well, it really just is perfect for like a summer, spring type of vibe, all year rounder, bro. It's such a good song, and it just makes sense. It really just does make sense. And then you got Outside, which is another underrated song. Then after that, you got Goosebumps, and of course, we all love Goosebumps. Everyone really hated on Kendrick Lamar's verse, and people still do, and I understand because it's a bit weird. Yeah, it is a good song. It really is a good song, and it just hits every time. Get goosebumps every time. Then after that, you got First Take. Man, see, First Take is one of them songs that I don't hear in a while, but then when you listen to it, it just makes sense. Like, it just sounds really, really good. Like, really good. Pick Up the Phone, of course, you can't go wrong with Pick Up the Phone. It's a good song. One of Young Thug's best verses. Lose, another underrated track. Guidance, underrated. Wonderful, underrated. I genuinely feel like Wonderful may be my least favourite on the album though. It's a good song though, but I just don't listen to it like that. But yeah, Birds in the Trap, one album. It really does just picture my high school period when I would just listen to this album a lot. I was literally listening to this album all the time. This album was the album that got me like into Travis. And yeah, I just fuck with Birds a lot, man. And I could never hate on this album the way that people do, bro. I could never. It's such a good album, and yeah, I like the theme of it. I think I was gonna say something heavy. I think it captures more of a dark vibe, but I think Rodeo has more of a dark vibe. Rodeo may be his darkest album more than Birds because it just sounds dark, and I like it. I like that type of vibe. Yeah, the other vibes on Birds, it just makes more sense. You know what I mean? A whole lot of music has been dropping recently, and I'm just gonna go for a few songs. So I'm gonna just get my phone, and then we're just gonna dissect the new music that's been dropping, because that is the whole point of this podcast, to put you on new music and just to talk about life. So you got Amine. He dropped his album 13 Months of Sunshine. I really like the album, and that may be the first album that I've fully digested of Amine. I like Amine, and I've always liked him. I think his music has always been good, but I've never properly taken in his album, and I genuinely feel like listening to this album, it sounds really polished, it sounds really complete, and it just sounds very easily digestible. Not too much, not too little. It's just balanced in the middle, and it's a really good album. My favorite song on the album is Be Easy on Yourself. It just captures such a chill, cohesive, euphoric vibe that not a lot of albums have. And I love the fact that on this album that he brings his dad into it. Like, you can hear his dad speaking in the background on the album, and it's like they're having their own therapy sessions with when they're bringing in vulnerability, love, the struggles of life, and just getting through it regardless, and just picking yourself back up. And I love it. And I love how open he is with his dad in terms of him smoking and all that stuff, because yeah, okay, they're older so they can do that, but it just shows that there's a lot of love between them, and it's a good album. I'd recommend, if you haven't listened to it, to go and tap in. My other favourite song is New Flower, and that one has Leon Thomas. Leon Thomas is really on a generational run, especially after his album Mutt. I think that album really put him higher, well, that song anyway. And then you have obviously Vacay, and then Arc. And then my other favourites are Cool About It, I Think It's You, Doing the Best I Can, Raspberry Kisses, Images. Like, bro, the album is fire, and I'd recommend for you to go and listen to it. Then Solfego dropped this tune, Don't hold the fire. Who would have thunk it? Soulfay goes back dropping fire music. I never would have thunk that. And he's back. So it just has me more excited for Jackboys 2. Then you have Giveon. Giveon is back and he dropped a song called Rather Be. And it is such a good song, bro. His vocals just sound top tier, man. Like, I've really got to see the guy live, bro. I still haven't seen him live till this day. Yeah, his music sounds really good. So, yeah, I wonder how it is live. I know he performs with with like a wine glass. That is what you call aura, performing while you just drinking some wine. Lil Kana dropped 2 songs, About Time and Lion. And let me tell you, those songs right there, they're so fire. I genuinely do like Lil Kana more, and I feel like if he continues on this run in terms of the songs that he's dropping, because he has an album dropping, I think June 20th, and his album is called Hopefully, and it's a really good song. The 2 songs that he dropped, About Time and Lion. About Time is basically him just saying, while he's on the growth of being a dad, he's on this journey of being more patient and just accepting things and just being a better man for himself and the people that he loves, and just trying to keep growing and learning and flourishing no matter how difficult days get. And then it changes to the song Lion, and Lion is just about, like, he's not perfect, he's a flawed man, and he's lying to get by daily and to do the best that he can, when really, bro, he's just struggling day by day. And it makes sense, bro, because we all need that real reality check on just, damn, like, life is just not it right now, but you gotta try every day to make ends meet. It's really about sticking to the it's about sticking to the action, not the plan or the feeling, because you still just gotta get it going no matter how difficult days get. So I understand. I'm only 22, so him saying that at his age, I don't even know how old he is. I think he's probably still in his 20s. I don't know. Yeah, it just does make sense. And the beat on Lion and About Time is so fire. Like, it really is just that chill element in terms of music that just captures me, bro, and I like it. I think it's fire. Also, with music, I don't know if it's just me, but I can tell a song by the beat or just the hi-hats. Like, the other day, I don't know where I was, but I could hear a car passing by and I could hear the like beat and just the hi-hat. Like, I couldn't hear anything else. And when you can just like tell what it is, or you could tell that it's like a good rap song because of the hi-hat pattern and just the 808s. Like, it really makes you feel like a dissector, because honestly, bro, when you can actually tell what the song is, you be thinking that you're on top of the world. Like, real, those type of like beats. I don't even know what song it was, but yeah, it was very nice to know that I can just tell a song by just the beat and the hi-hats. And I hope that's just not just me, because the pattern on some songs can be easily remembered to the point that when you hear it in different places and all you have is a beat, bro, muscle memory will kick in. While growing perspective, I'm very grateful, and going to business can be scary, but what matters is just putting a foot in front of the other and just keeping it going. I choose to be grateful and blessed, because we are always flourishing and finding a way. It's a very scary going to business, because it's like, or a brand or podcast, community, whatever this is. Yeah, I think as long as you have the good intention, we're always going to flourish and fly no matter what. And that's the beauty of things, and I'm very grateful for you guys being a part of the journey. Right now, I want to talk about DDG, because he's a big topic of discussion, and the way things have been going for him is like, it's going in his favor, but at what cost? Because basically, if you don't know what happened, DDG is basically just been on a streaming run. Like, he's been phenomenal with his streaming. He's been doing a lot of streams, and he's just been doing a lot of collabs. And with the collabs, he's just been going to different places, and it's sick to see that. And he genuinely has been doing well. And while he's been at his peak or been doing well, he can barely see his child. Halo, he can barely go and see his child. Like, that's tough. And with all the situation going on with Halle, she basically has like a restriction order on him, and had put like a foul on him, because apparently he's like not being a good good boyfriend to her and stuff, and it's causing a lot of hate. And even during the hate, he's still getting a lot of love. And that's what makes me think like, yo, it's mad how all these things can happen. All these people or the internet will try to bring you down, and it really makes me think that like doing this social media stuff, it really does come at a price, because once something goes wrong, bro, people will be on your neck trying to get something from you, you know. Yeah, DDG is just on a generational run, and he's always doing well, bro. I'd actually love to create content with him. Like, that would be so far, and yeah, that would actually be so sick. I don't know what we'd create content on though, but that would be fire. I made a video the other day talking about perspective, right? And it was on about how like I'm doing like a little series talking about the business or branding side of things. Someone commented saying, how will perspective change the world? And see, if you're reading this, or to anyone who wants to know that, the way that perspective is changing the world is to open people's eyes to see you can do things from different perspectives. And sometimes I just do not want to do anything, or I'd rather just do the same thing. And as you grow and as you learn, you can't do that. First of all, Concert Tour is back on, and we are lit. Yeah, we are here for as many as we can go to, because if we can have a good time at Coachella, then we can have a good time at many other places. And I'm willing to go there, you know, cause havoc, make an experience, go into all these different festivals, because there's always something. Like, there's just something about festival and concert season that I love, especially during summer. It's just perfect, and the vibe, the weather. Of course, sometimes the weather can be horror. Yeah, majority of the time, the weather's always good. And let me know down below which concerts and festivals you're going to, because we might fuck around and do like a link up or something. You know, I think that would be sick. You know, just as a way of like socializing with every single one of you. That would be fire. While in my music bag right now, I just want to talk about some underrated songs that deserve more love. And there's a lot of songs that deserve more love, bro. And I'm literally just going to go through my shuffle or whatever and just pick a few songs that are just underrated, literally. While Tyler, the Creator's on tour, I'm going to talk about the one song that is underrated, Run It Up. Run It Up, yeah. Listen to Run It Up when you're on a run as well. It's phenomenal, bro. Like, I could make an essay about that song, Run It Up, because that has helped me through the trenches. Run It Up, yeah. So when it starts, it's like, fuck are these niggas talking about? See, as a kid, I felt alienated by niggas who look just like me. Like, bro, that part is so perfect. Like, it just makes sense, and I can relate. I mean, I never used to get alienated, but I can understand it, and it's just sick. It's just sick. And he goes, what? Niggas used to treat me like I was nothing. So I was like, fuck him. Fuck him. I did my own shit, and now I'm up, and now they're paid off. Like, it just makes me think, okay, if he can do it, then why can't we? Whatever you want to do, bro, literally just flourish in that, because that is your gift. That is your luxury. That is something that Tyler's also said in the song Massa. I think it's Massa. But yeah, it is your gift. It is your luxury. Like, flourish in that, because that's something that no one can take away from you. You know, it's your dignity, it's your righteousness. That is who you are, and you're forever going to do well. So yeah, Run It Up. It is that song. It is underrated. I'll forever say that. There's one album that I haven't listened to in a while. It's called I Came Home Late by Amma. Bro, if you haven't listened to that song, it is phenomenal. Like, there's just something about her music that just hits, and it's a really good album. I Came Home Late, Amma. Bro, that shit is fire. I remember when the album came out, I couldn't stop listening to it. It just sounded really good. And there's one song on there called Be Well. Man, be well, my baby. This really may have to be a quick episode. And while we go to the end of the episode, yeah, I genuinely just want to say for everyone to... Actually, I'm going to do two more underrated songs, and then we're going to wrap up this podcast. Breakdown by J. Cole, underrated. Hotel Bel-Air by Jay Worthy. Roommates by Malcolm Todd. Why by Sasha Keeble. I don't think that's underrated, but Slawson by Pimmy. Pink Panties by Baby Keem. And then to finish it off, Rearrange My World by Daniel Caesar and Rex Orange County. Drop mic. That was actually a quick podcast, because the battery is each about to run out, and I hope you guys have enjoyed. Honestly, make sure you guys stay tuned and make sure you keep up with the make sure you stay tuned with the podcast. You guys are blessed. You're always going to find a way and you're always going to flourish. There's nothing you can't do. You're always going to do well. Just stay consistent with whatever you're doing and stay tuned with Perspective, because we have a lot of stuff we have coming up. I thank you for watching. I thank you for staying tuned. I thank you for being there. Keep showing up, even if you may feel like the world is about to end. Keep showing up, keep striving, keep being there, and keep doing it, because you are loved and you are doing well, more than what you can imagine. So yeah, thank you for joining for the podcast. Sorry for this being a short episode. I'll be better next time. But yeah, I appreciate you. I thank you and have a good one.